How to administer the speaking portion of the AP language exam using a Seneco Study 1200. First, you will start the tutor application from your desktop, and in most cases you will get to this point. Perhaps you'll see the instructors of the language department listed here. You will want to make sure that you have anonymous selected and that you select template class. Make sure you select template class and not empty class. Hit OK, and the template will pop up. This will be a mirror reflection of your entire classroom, and you should see wherever students are logged in, the student icon in front of the monitor, and where there's an empty booth, there should be just the monitor, no one logged into those stations. From this point, we can begin the speaking portion of the exam. We come over here to our activity selection and select AP exam. This automatically selects the audio CD as the source, as that's what the test media is. And on your computer, you will see that these buttons become live. They are not live on my computer here because I do not have a CD drive, but you will see them live and you will see the track information here. While you're reading the instructions to the students, you do get to a point where you need to test the audio. At this point, all you need to do, you do not need to hit any buttons up there, you just need to hit test audio. And this will begin to play the CD. They will hear something like, "This is the Spanish AP language exam," and that's enough audio. You can then hit end test audio. Now verify with all of your students that they heard that, and they should all raise their hand that they did. And then you can take the next step, which is to send out the ID requests. Okay, when you hit the ID requests, a box pops up on the student stations asking them to enter the 8 digits of their AP number. Okay. While it does not say AP number on the box that pops up, it does want them to put in 8 digits. It's clear. And they will put in their 8-digit AP number and either hit OK or hit enter. Okay. So right now every student is doing that. We cannot proceed until everyone has done so. Okay, and so now we can see that button is now grayed out because everyone has entered their 8-digit AP number. Now, if they do make a mistake, you'll be able to see, because we will not be able to move ahead, that you can hit this Send ID Request button again and request either from everyone their AP number. A box will pop up to show this, or just from those that have not entered it yet. But that should be rare. Generally, everyone enters their AP number correctly. We don't hurry them. We just give them the time it takes to put that in and hit OK or hit enter. Then you'll continue to read the instructions, and you'll get to the part where it asks the students to record "my AP number is," and that's when you will hit this button here. So you will hit record student IDs, signal to the students that they should say "my AP number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc." And probably after about 10 seconds you'll hear the audio die down and you can hit end recording. So we've done that part now, and again, the instructions in the book in the past have said that you should now play that back for the students, and we will. We will now hit play student IDs, and all the students will hear that. Okay, as you can hear probably me in the background there. It has played back to all the students them saying "my AP number is" and their number. This will now allow them to raise their hand to verify that they were recorded and that they heard themselves properly. When we're done letting that play back, we click on it again, and so now we've done that properly. At this point, we're ready to start the test. So the CD is ready. It's in stop position, and all we need to do now is hit start, and the test CD begins to play. But what we do want to do is we do want to pause the recording. We do not want to record for the duration of the CD test. We only want to record when it tells us to. So you, as well as the students, are now listening to the CD, and at some point it will say, "Now put your recorders in the record position." It's not super critical to do it as soon as they begin the first word, but sometime during that phrase you will hit resume recording, and the students will go into record, and they will hear more instructions and so forth, and then get to the part where they have to actually speak. This is common, so they're not going to begin speaking as soon as you hit resume recording, but they will be recording. Now we can tell that they're recording because we see the red circle in their monitor. Okay. At another point in the test, you should hear, now pause your recorders. This is not the end of the test. This is the end of the first part. You will then hit pause here, pause recording. So now they continue to hear the test, and they continue to hear instructions, etc. And at some point it will say, now put your recorders back in the record position, and all you'll do is hit resume recording. So now the students are recording again, and they're recording the second part of the exam. You will wait until you hear this is the end of the Spanish AP language exam, or whatever language, and at that point you can pause the recording and hit end. In hitting end, this is now going to let us collect the exam. It does give us a default date and time stamp, so when we hit that button, the exact date and time, but we can type over this or click at the end of it if we choose to, and call it whatever we'd like. Okay, and now we hit the collect button. So as you can see, it's saving this. Depending on how many students you have, this can take a little longer, but here the folder has opened up, and I can see that I have a file from every student. The file length should be similar. There was a little bit of a recording on this one here on my demo machine, but you should see, a file size that's similar throughout. If there is one that's much smaller, that would be an indication that perhaps there was an issue there. But generally, this will go smoothly, and of course, make sure that you have enough every student's MP3 here. So double check that. Now, one thing to do at this point before you let the students go is to double click on each of these files. Whatever media player that you have will pop up, and you can then spot check it. Go like this, move in the file, and check different parts of it. Okay. Go back to the next one, etc., and just keep doing this, and spot check the file. Okay. That lets you know that you have audio throughout, and with the two parts, etc. You can't possibly listen to all of it, so just spot check each one, and then you can let your students go. You know that the recordings have been safely collected to the server, and from there you can burn your CDs. That is the conclusion of this tutorial. Thank you.